Okay, so I'm gonna do just a little bit of a tutorial on how to navigate MyFitnessPal once you've got an account set up. So this is the home screen. So once you come in here from the home screen, you'll see things like if you're friends with people on MyFitnessPal, you'll see their status updates down here, but up at the top, you'll see whatever your caloric goals are, as well as what sort of progress you've made for the day, food you've tracked. You can log exercise, although I believe that most people, when they've accounted for their exercise already, when figuring out their calories, I think it's unnecessary to log it through MyFitnessPal. The numbers are usually pretty inconsistent anyway. So I prefer to use MyFitnessPal simply as a food tracking application and not a exercise tracking application. But the first thing you should do when you get your account set up is actually get some goals established here. So once we come up, we're gonna just go down over here to the goal screen. This takes you to the spot where you can set up your targets. Now, MyFitnessPal has its own built-in calorie projection tool that I find is not the most accurate thing in the world. So there's some other things that I recommend, but theirs isn't one of them. But once you've got some calorie information, as well as ideally some macronutrient information, your carbs, your fat, your protein, then we can go in and we can adjust it. Now, we're gonna go here into daily nutrition goals. We're gonna hit edit. And the first thing we wanna put in is our calorie information. And then we are gonna input the breakdown of our macronutrients, essentially knowing that the calories from all three of these things has to equal this amount. So the free version of MyFitnessPal allows you to distribute based on a percentage of the total calories. There's a paid version of the application that allows you to do the percentage of calories as well as just setting very specific grams. Either way, everything has to total up to the calories that you've got or it will yell at you. So for example, I can go in here and I can say, okay, well, I only want to do 30% of my calories from carbohydrates, which means I must adjust the other things to make 100% total, or the calories and the percentage breakdowns are not correct. So I would need to adjust. Let's say I'm going to do 35% there. It still needs another 5% somewhere, so I'm going to make protein also 35. Now keep in mind, this is not the percentages I'm advocating for everybody watching this. It's just a math breakout to make a total of 100%. But the recommendations are going to be different for everybody who sees this. It's not a blanket statement. So I would adjust it and I would save it if that's the breakout that I wanted to do. Again, you can set specific goals, but same thing, if the calories from this don't match your correct calorie target, then it will automatically adjust them. So let's say I moved my carbs to 350 grams. So it does the math for me there. It's not taking this as set in stone if you're using the actual presetting of the macronutrient numbers. It's only when you use the percentage. See, now it's yelling at me because now I've got it set too high for this new calorie goal. So ultimately, we want to make sure everything lines up to where we've got the correct number of calories and the correct macronutrients, and you've got two different ways to do it. So I still want that 4055, so I want that 4055. And then I still need to adjust this. So it's got 100. That's not it. That's it. So now I could go in and I could save it. So that's your basic adjustment for the daily nutrition targets in MyFitnessPal. The other option you have is you can actually, if you've got the paid version of the app, you can preset goals per day. Now you don't usually need to start with something that complicated, but some people use a calorie cycling or high carb, low carb, or intermittent fasting style approach on different days of the week. And so you can get really specific with it, but especially if you're doing this for the very first time, I don't recommend getting ultra complicated straight out of the gates.